Welcome home all. Welcome on the Monday. Monday is 10 Minutes of Truth, so off the weekend and finishing up and finishing out the month of November. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you were cautious, careful, safe, etc. And hopefully you were able to, again, have a happy Thanksgiving, if not a good break. If you get, some days off for Thanksgiving, and in some cases for professionals, they get, some Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Most people have to work, but all that being said, hopefully you had a good opportunity to spend Thanksgiving and to actually give thanks. And I posted a few things into the group to help you move in that direction and to be mindful of the things that you do have, that you should be at the very least thankful for, bearing in mind the other people that do not have much to be thankful for. And I'm not just talking about the particulars, for instance, food, roof over your head, a job, etc. But also, in addition, the fact that we have a lot of people that are no longer with us, and we have a lot of loved ones that no longer have their loved ones with them to be thankful with. You understand my point? So either way, we're wrapping up November, heading into December, and we're still holiday season, and we have a little bit to go before we get toward the Christmas break or vacation, depending on, again, which job or what you do for a living. But that's coming, and I will say it. I'll just be quick about it. So in my case, I had a birthday party planned for my 50th, and it wasn't going to be that big a deal. It's like, again, I'm 50 years old plus a few days now. I'm not any different than when I was 49 plus a lot of days. It's the same thing. However, there are a lot of people that I'd like to see. There are a lot of former students, former wrestlers, fighters, friends, family that I haven't seen in a long time that I would like to get back to and spend some time with, and have an opportunity to share and talk and just, maybe kick back and just have a few beers, right? So didn't do that because it did weigh on me. I'm super critical of leadership and discipline and doing what's right. And long and the short of it is I've just postponed, and who knows how long, but I've postponed my birthday party because I do have people that I still want to see, and that's really the genesis and the reason for it. But and pushed it back. And so we didn't do anything in my house. My kids are both out of the house, and my wife and I just basically, ate some leftover stuff that we had that needed to be done. I hate watching leftovers sit and go bad. I will literally do everything I can to finish the leftovers. So that was done, and then I did get to spend a lot of time on the phone talking to people and being thankful in my way for the people that respect me, love me, and have any feeling, good toward me. So all that done. So let's get down to business with 10 Minutes of Truth. Let's go ahead and get the numbers up, because you can't solve problems unless you face the ugly. And that's quite literally where we still are. So the American deaths are now creeping up well past a quarter of a million dead Americans, in excess of 270 and climbing with no end in sight toward 300. Those of you that watch the show continuously, all I'm going to tell you is, you know how I feel about it. You know where I'm at with it. I don't blame the average American. I blame leadership. And you could take that politically. I really don't give a damn anymore. Because if you're haggling with me over peanuts, like how many actually died or didn't die, or whether it is that serious or whether it isn't, then you've got some issues of your own. You're entirely too far down that partisan rabbit hole. If you're defending the leadership and the people that have watched as this has happened, God bless you, because that's on you. In excess of 270,000 dead Americans. Unemployment, I saw something today. There were in excess of 20 million unemployment claims. Good numbers, they're current. In excess of 20 million unemployment claims for people that are unemployed and drawing unemployment to sustain themselves and survive during this pandemic and this ugly holiday season. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there aren't a whole lot of jobs being created right now. And people are going to hurt and suffer through this holiday season. And the best we can do is make the best of it. And I'll do my part. I'll put it on air now. I'm going to do something in my part of town, my area, for food. And we're going to put some things together to feed people in my area, in my neighborhood, during this holiday season at a tough time when food is difficult to come by if you're in the middle to lower classes. So I'm going to do my part here through this medium and then personally, physically, through the medium of going out and just helping people as much as we can. And there's no substitute for helping people with food and something to drink, something to eat. That's about as base as it gets. And that's where I'm going with it, to base. Okay? American debt, you know the deal. This is staggering at this point. I mean, it's like there's nothing that's changing this number and this metric. It just continues to climb. And the saddest thing and the sorriest thing that I have issue with it and that I keep putting it up in your face the reason for, is because you can't become numb to this number. You can't make it okay. And for lack of something better, even though it's overused, you cannot normalize this number. You can't normalize the fact that we are at $27 trillion in debt with no end in sight and no plan to do something about this number. That's a damn sham. And let me get real hyper specific with you. Let's add a vowel on the end and let's call it a damn shame. That's a damn shame, what we're looking at right now. And why? With a little bit of levity. You know the deal, millennials, I'm coming at you again. That's your number. That's your Christmas gift. $27 trillion in debt that us old-timers are handing you. And you know the deal. And we blame you for all the problems in America, by the way. You're lazy, you're unmotivated, you don't work hard, you don't do anything, you don't care, you're disrespectful. You get all the blame, but yet you're going to have to shoulder all the burden, a burden that was created not by you. If that isn't ironic / insidious in many ways for the people that created that debt and blaming you, I don't know what the hell is. Okay, next screen. Let's get down to business here. Okay, what you've got here is, these are 7 women that were just named by Joe Biden, and I've not commented much on Joe Biden because I give every president the benefit of the doubt as they come in. He's not in yet, but he will be, and then I will watch and wait, and I will allow, without comment, for him to do his thing. But, you know, within reason, there's speculation, and there's a rationale on my part, and that's the genesis for tonight's show. So there are 7 women here, and with the picks that he's already made in terms of cabinet and secretaries on a variety of levels, there's only one here out of this group, because this has specifically to do with communications. This is Joe Biden's communication team. It's all female, which I think is pretty damn cool, because I don't think we've ever had an all-female communications White House corps. I don't think we've ever had that. So I think that's pretty good. I'll tell you why. Because nowadays, it might be women that have to do the damn communicating, because guys can't tell the damn truth. And I know what you're going to say, guys. Well, there are women that lie too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, but as a whole, in my experience anyway, maybe I'm around the wrong guys, but women don't bullshit as much as guys do. At least not regular women and women that are trying to do the right thing. So I think this is a good thing. I've been saying for a long time, women, you're going to get your turn, and here it comes. And we're looking at 7 women, an all-female communications team. However, there is only one on this screen, Hilly Tobar. I don't know her specific ethnicity, but I'm pretty sure she's Hispanic. I don't know what her makeup is in terms of how much she is Mexican-American or another, maybe, you know, a Cuban or Puerto Rican or some other form of Hispanic or Latino, because that's the bigger umbrella term that we use. Mexican-American is more specific. That's what I am, and that's where I'm at. So I'll put it on the table, and let's be blunt about it. So as of right now, and let's just do this too, okay? There is nothing in terms of Mexican-American representation in the Trump administration right now, nor has there been. As far as I know, it's been zero. Jack. And why do I bring that up? Because of its relevance. I'm Mexican-American and a whole bunch of other things, but Mexican-American is the largest percentage that I identify with. And I'm waiting. I'm not going to expect Trump to name a Mexican American to his cabinet tomorrow. He didn't do it for 4 years. Why would he do it now? I'm optimistic and hopeful, however, that we will get some, and there will be some, in Joe Biden's cabinet, not just on their communication teams, no disrespect to the ladies here, but that's one aspect of the overall administration. So there's just one. Okay, there's just one. And I'll say it because it has to be said. Latinos, Latinx, Hispanics, all the damn names you want to use, there's a gazillion of them. Quantifiably, I'm kind of all of them. But more specifically, I identify as Mexican American. All right? An American of Mexican descent, Mexican heritage, and some Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, etc. I'm all Latino. I can say that too, all right, because that's more language-based. Anyway, what I'm looking at now is the fact that if you really want to get down to brass tacks, you have California, now Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, the Pacific Southwest, and creeping into Texas, okay, creeping into Texas. But the Pacific Southwest, that is majority percentage Mexican Americans specifically. And those states all went for Biden. And Texas will eventually, whether some of you like it or not. It is going to happen. It is, as a subgroup, the largest and fastest growing subgroup in America, specifically. Again, not Latinos, not Latinx, not Hispanics, not those other larger names. That's a bigger package. But Mexican Americans specifically are the fastest growing subgroup in America. And they are a targeted voter base going forward, if you're smart politically. Okay? So yeah, I do want to see it. I want to see more than these ladies and more than what we've got right now. And I'm going to be optimistic, but if he doesn't, then I will call Joe Biden out as well. Some of you have made that mistake and think that I'm just critical on one side. I'm critical on every damn side. If it's wrong and something needs to be done about it. So I'll hold my judgment in reserve and wait. But the genesis and the thought of tonight was a sleeping giant. And it's time to wake the hell up, Mexican America. It's time to wake the hell up. And not just waiting on Mexican politicians that'll tell you what you want to hear so they can move up their ladder faster. It ain't going to be them that gets this deal done. It's going to be you and me. Next. Reminder, not so subtle, in your face and blatant. This is still going on. This is right now. You have hordes, loads, tons, thousands of brown people, and not just Mexican, but other Central American, South American countries that are trying to come to this country, sitting in cages during a pandemic. I doubt they're all sitting in those cages with PPE at the highest level. Extremely unlikely. I'm scared to forecast what the numbers will be of these people that have died in these cages due to COVID, because we don't know the number. And the White House isn't exactly sharing or wanting to put that information out. It will come out eventually. Remember that I said it now. Remember that I said it in advance. While everybody's talking about everything else, this is still going on right now. There are people caged like damn animals right now. So again, I'll hold, reserve judgment a little for Mr. Biden, and hope that once he's in office, that he takes care of this damn mess immediately as he walks into the office. Why? Not simply because it's a humanitarian concern, it's a damn human concern. It's a Christian concern. But because we are the fastest growing subgroup in this country. Understand? And if you don't know, now you know. Next image. There you go. That's about as simple, not subtle, as you get. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. And where we are moving on from. But reminder and to remember, there are those of us in Mexican America that are Mexican American that will not forget this run of time and what was done to people that look like me or that have ancestors and relatives like me. I'll not forget, because it went on and people watched and didn't give a damn, including other Mexican people, because they've been here, maybe they're third, fourth generation, maybe their ancestors came over 100 years ago, so they're all good. They're all American. They don't give a damn about new people trying to get in, trying to work those fields. Maybe they're relatives of yours. That could have been you not so long ago. But you're all good now, right? I'm not. And I'm not recently over 100 years plus. And I have family that was here before this was the United States. But I give a damn, because that's wrong. So yeah, for those of you out there that don't give a damn, chinga tu maga. That's SuperMex for you on a Monday night.